Who here is building their personal brand versus, okay, so some of us, versus taking it or leaving it to chance? Who's leaving their personal brand to chance? Who here has a roadmap for their personal brand? Who is deliberate in the way in which they dress, how they show up? Okay, so a few hands have raised. Fantastic. Let's take a step back. Branding. Would we agree that Lego is a brand? What comes to mind, ladies?
Those pieces that you step on and
So, in case you missed that, the lady said it's the pieces that we step on, and obviously that hurts like hell. What about imagination and creativity? I'm sure we agree. What about places? If I said the city of Cape Town, what comes to mind? No one said alcohol. No one said wine. Wine, of course. What about, sorry, Coke Zero?
Day Zero.
Oh, Day Zero. What about Durban as a brand? The weather? We have the greatest city, man. Do we agree? And we have the greatest province. From the beaches to the Midlands, Drakensberg, I really think we're blessed in that regard. The people are the best. We are. We're very humble about that too. Would you say that the Springboks or a sports team can be a brand? If we break down a brand, it comprises of, in this case, the players, the medical team, coaches, sponsors, and critically fans. It's part of an ecosystem. Anyone familiar with Stephen Bartlett? Do you admire his work or do you admire his looks? Both. Okay, nothing wrong with that. He's a good-looking chap. Looks. Okay, mainly looks. Phenomenally talented, the podcaster behind The Diary of the CEO. My key takeout here, folks, is that people can be brands. You are a brand, whether you like it or not. That's my view. It's quite subjective. Everything that we say and do is communicating something about ourselves. What do you think of this quote? I'd like to give you a moment. If you're not branding yourself, you can be sure others do it for you. Hits hard. Folks, please think about building a roadmap for your personal brand. How do you want to be perceived? What do you want to be known for? And think about what are the actions, the behaviors, and critically the strategy that underpins that. So if you're not building a personal brand, you can be sure others are doing that for you. What I thought I'd do is highlight a series of principles that you can incorporate. So the first principle is clarity creates confidence. So clarity with regard to your personal brand is that you know your goals, you know your target audience, who you are relative to your target audience, your values, your value proposition, your personality. Take the time, unpack that. Is anyone familiar with The Leaf? Anyone use the products? Fantastic. Yes. Founded by Amanda Dupont. And if you have a look at the copy, this is from a website. The Leaf was founded in 2021 by Amanda Dupont with the name The Leaf deriving from her Swazi name, Langa Leaf, meaning light of the world. Essentially, she has built a brand based on her values and a need for particular skincare products. The key thing here is to be clear on what your strategy is. Take the time. What do you want to achieve for your personal brand? What do you want to be known for? Who's in corporate here? Okay, some. Who runs their own businesses? Regardless, are you known as an authority in your space? I see some hands. Is this a so-so? Who's known as the authority in civil engineering? Are you that person? And if you're not and want to be, what are the steps to articulate and facilitate that? The second, Janine Biderman, is an example I'd like to share with you. So the second principle is consistency builds trust. What brands do you follow, maybe in a particular personal branding capacity? Who are some of the ladies or gents that you follow? Stephen Bartlett, Anyone else that comes to mind? My favorite is Oprah. Did anyone used to watch Oprah? Did anyone else cry? Was it just, not just me? Man, that got emotional. Like Oprah was like motherly, but also like firm, so she had like the perfect balance. Were you not a fan? Oh, you love her, thank goodness. Oprah has one of the greatest personal brands, and she's invested in that. What we need to think about is, whether you take Oprah or Stephen Bartlett, for example, they are consistent across every touch point. So what I mean by that is every point of contact that your client, your colleague, and others have with you, you want to ensure that you sing off the same hymn sheet, that you're consistent in your values, in your identity, in your value proposition. Janine Binneman is an example of that. For those that don't know her, she is a jewelry designer from Cape Town, where they have a lot of wine. Sorry, I thought that was funny. That went down like a lead balloon. Her glasses, distinctly blue. And I'm not saying go to this extreme. Dyeing her hair blue. She even has a tattoo that's blue. She truly embodies her brand values. And that look and feel lives through into the products and services that she offers. So in terms of the jewelry, in terms of the packaging, the website, social media, all are being consistent. So something that I highlight or recommend doing is to conduct a personal brand audit. What are the touch points that your customer, your clients have with you? Who has more than one LinkedIn profile? It comes up often. Make sure you have one. Your WhatsApp profile and status. Is it a complimentary photo? Have you thought about your actual status itself? All of these comprise touch points. We're looking at people's WhatsApps, their profiles. Does that truly embody your brand values? So the key thinking here is make sure you're clear on what you stand for and communicate that consistently. The third, expertise creates authority. I asked the question, who here is an authority in their space? How are you building a brand that you're known as truly an expert? And one of the things that you can do, and I think it's such a beautiful thing with social media, is you can predicate your knowledge on content marketing. Whether that's articles, whether that's video, whether those are voice notes, to consider how you are positioning yourself as an expert. Dr. Dambisa Moyo is a globally renowned economist. Folks, please consider following her. Her brand is immaculate. Every touch point, and I kid you not, follow her. She has over 1.5 million followers on LinkedIn. She's a baroness in the UK, so obviously quite fancy pants. She is a global thought leader on all things economics. She has books. She's interviewed. She gives talks. She's a TEDx speaker. The key takeout for you is, how are you conveying your expertise? Do people know about you? Are you sharing your knowledge generously? What is your point of view? That's what's going to differentiate us. And with the explosion in AI, who's finding on social media it's just AI slop? And who's finding their friends and clients, or some clients, sharing stuff and they've written particularly well, and you just know that's not how they speak? I think we all can relate to that. There's such a need for authenticity in that regard. Which then ties me, to the next point. Purpose drives impact. Do you have a reason for being in terms of your personal brand? Quite a tough one. So to repeat that, purpose drives impact. So your purpose is your reason for being, arguably beyond making a profit. Do we have a purpose? Anyone out of the 120 ladies here, does anyone have a purpose? Anyone confident enough to, ma'am? What is your purpose?
Well, for me, it's to be kind.
Lovely. And that's truly beautiful. Linked to being kind, I think, is service. What I really encourage you to, whoa, this has got exciting with the electronics. Is that me? Oh, it's Mike. Thank you. Is to lock down on what your purpose is. What is your reason for being beyond making a profit? Is it to serve? Is it to help? And the example I have here is Asha Pandor. She is the founder of Sweep South. Are you familiar with Sweep South? Some of you are. So essentially it's an app that connects domestic workers with clients. in a very empowered type platform. And where I'm going with this is for you to think about what your purpose is relative to every day, because there are going to be tough days, right? Your purpose is going to get you through that. And the thing is, purpose also drives clients towards you and staff, because it's more than money. It's about sharing a connection and a higher purpose. So that's the key thinking there. Then, I think you're familiar with Jane Lindley Thomas. Yes, needs no introduction. So she's, brilliant in my regard. The point here is differentiation drives preference. Do you know what differentiates you? No one. You don't have that thing. Who runs a business here? Anyone run a business? 1, 2 people. Do you know what differentiates you, ma'am? Do you know what makes you different?
My customer service.
Love. Oh, yeah, that was confident. Fantastic. Hey! Thank you for being that 1 in 120 to answer me. Customer service. So you thought about the customer journey. You've mapped out the pain and gain points of that experience. And your clients keep coming back to you because of that experience. Folks, it's really for you to think about, what is it that differentiates you? Lock down on what that thing is. Is it customer service? Is it your personality? Is it your skill set? Your intellectual property? Whatever it may be. 1, own it. And 2, you want to communicate that. So you're the only brand that communicates customer service in a particular way, for instance. So that's a key thing there. Jane Lindley Thomas predicates her brand on being very gregarious, very much out there, and predicates her work on kindness and doing a lot of good in communities and schools, etc. So the key takeout here, folks, is what makes you different? Why should a client choose you? Please reflect on that. Why should a client choose you? What makes you similar? Critically, what makes you different and compelling? Jane Lindley Thomas. Siba, does this lady need an introduction?
No.
Okay, so the theme here is authenticity, creates and strengthens connection. Anyone follow her on socials? No one. Out of 120. Okay, so we got a few.
We're young.
Okay, I'm old. Actually, what is young? What is young, age-wise?
You don't ask a lady her age.
Oh, sorry, that's true. That was an absolute fail. Getting straight to the point, Siba, to my mind, articulates and embodies warmth. Whether you buy her books, whether you subscribe to her on YouTube, whether you see in interviews, or whether she's doing a demonstration, a cooking demonstration, that motherly warmth comes through. Are you conveying warmth, both on and offline? If someone were to look at your social channels, how would they convey you? How would they see you? Are you approachable? In business, we need to be approachable. The question is, how are you creating that narrative? So Siba, I think, is a fantastic example of that. The last and final principle is, and this is quite a tricky or difficult one, is visibility creates opportunity. You need to think about what your goals are and who your target audience is. And in marketing, what we speak about is a bridge that we engage our target audience. And Jennifer Reddy, who is the CEO of Mora Incorporated, is a leading accounting firm in KZN, and she does a brilliant job of communicating her personal brand to drive business growth. So your personal brand could be a way of building lead generation, driving lead generation and awareness. So the key takeout for you to think about is, are you getting in front of your right target audience? Do you know who to speak to? Are you clear on who to speak to? Who's employed here? Just show of hands. Okay, some, and others run their own businesses. Regardless, are you clear on who you need to speak to next? Who you need to get familiar, be known, be trusted, that's going to facilitate the next opportunity. So those are the 7 principles. And I have 3 questions to ask you. What are your goals for your personal brand?
To be seen.
Okay, I guess just turn this into something interactive. Something to think about, and obviously to be seen, so visibility. If people don't know about you, they'll never buy from you. Okay. So you need to be clear as to who you need to speak to and get in front of them in terms of those channels, whether it's online or offline. Whether that's LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, or offline on an interpersonal basis, whether giving a talk or meeting over coffee, that you're building that rapport. So be clear on what your goals are. Who's your audience? Is everyone your audience?
No.
Thank you. I really believe that not everyone is your target audience. There's a quote by Seth Godin. He's a globally renowned marketing strategist. He says a product for everyone is a product for no one. Not everyone is your target audience. So here, folks, you may have on some level incorporated what is known as demographics. So demographics, we're looking at age, race, gender, and socioeconomic variables. What I encourage you is to take another level to that called psychographics. And I think this is really where it matters, is what do your prospects think about? What are those pain points that they face? And how as a brand do you solve them? So demographics plays an important role. Let's take that to another level with psychographics. And my third and final question is, do you have a roadmap? Are you clear on what you want to achieve for your personal brand? Remember at the beginning of the talk, I asked, are you building a personal brand or are you leaving it to chance? My recommendation is that you take control of it. You engineer it, that it's favorable to you. And I think that's my time. I think we've got about 15 minutes. Any questions? I've got 2 questions. Oh, sorry, 2 minutes. I've got 2 questions. I've got 20 questions. Does anyone have questions? I've got 2 minutes. Ma'am. Principles, yes, sure. I'm also more than happy to share the slides with you if that would. So we chat afterwards. I'll send you an email with them. Yeah, perfect. If anyone would like them, or I can maybe via Liesl to share them on if you would like. Any other questions? I've got about a minute left.
30 seconds.
Oh, jeepers. Okay, anyone have any questions regarding their personal brand?
Yeah.
Yes.
For me, I would like to know, like, if I'm improving my business brand, how would I then turn that to money coming to me?
Oh, very good question. Because by building a personal brand, you attract your clients. You're seen as an authority, you're seen as trusted. And because of that human connection, you can actually correlate that to sales.
So do I have to put myself out there?
It-
Do I speak about myself, or I speak about my services and my products?
It also depends on your business, where you're at in terms of the business life cycle. Are you looking to sell the business? Are you growing as a business? Where, growing. So, oh, fantastic. So I see such opportunity now for your face, that connection to come through, to connect with you. In time, if you're looking to sell the business, you're going to move from me to we. Okay, so yes, you're going to be instrumental. People buy from people. I really implore you, let's build your personal brand. Let's attract people towards you. And in time, it moves from me to us as a team. Yeah, but please, yeah, definitely, I highly recommend it. People buy from people. Yeah, and you can correlate it in terms of sales.
Okay, thank you.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you, everyone.
That was quick and easy. Guys, you know, I'm also doing this presentation a lot because for those that don't know, my qualification is marketing. And when I speak to